So, Casey, what's happened this week?
Morning, David. Well, the Victorian government took a big step this week, widespread testing for asymptomatic cases based on geographic hotspots. But as with every intervention in this pandemic, it'll take some time for us to see the effect of that. Regardless, Victoria is now clearly in its biggest resurgence of the virus since the first wave. This testing blitz could be the difference between a nasty scare and a big second wave. The number of community transmission cases, those where a source of infection hasn't been found, they look alarming at the moment. On a 7-day average basis, community transmissions in Victoria have never been higher. This virus has clearly been bubbling along in the community unchecked for longer than we'd like. Now, this increased testing means that we are likely to see the numbers in Victoria go up for a little bit, regardless of whether the outbreak's coming under control. But given the Victorian health chiefs are so obviously concerned about how things are playing out at the moment, I think we should be too. Even if this outbreak does come under control and we see community transmission numbers return to the levels they were at a few weeks ago, well, then they'd be low, but not zero, which means outbreaks could still break out again. So where does that leave every other state and territory, most of which haven't had any new cases in weeks, even months? Those states want to keep it that way. It's a heck of a lot easier to manage zero cases than even a very small number of them. So what will they do? Will they consider reimposing the borders, keeping their borders in a semi-open state and reimposing restrictions the second the virus flares up again? David, it really seems like we're stuck at the moment between a strategy being pursued of suppression and the effective outcome in many states and territories of eradication.
And Casey, globally, the world is about to hit a pretty grim milestone.
That's right, David. I mean, just yesterday we hit, the world recorded 191,000 new cases globally. That's a daily record. And just two countries, Brazil and the United States, made up almost half of those. And the share that those two countries have of the daily cases may well continue to increase because the curves in both the United States and Brazil are very, very steep at the moment. And as you mentioned, David, we are in the next day or so, the world will almost certainly detect its 10 millionth infection. At the rate we're going, we're recording about 1 million new infections every week or so. So, David, unless things slow down, we'll be at 20 million by September.